John and Mary were apparently attentive parents, and all of our past reasons for calling CPS on John never happened, which means that all of our past CPS claims weren't necessary in this universe.
They're all good, eh?
However, our CPS call on Susan and Playthings does still stand because our daughter's straight up brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a ghost involved, but like, oh my god, Susan. Mental health check. I'm not a psychologist. This segment is based purely on my own opinions. Weekly reminder, if you struggle with anything at all, please reach out for help. This week was pretty middle of the road mental health wise, and you know I don't like to judge the mental health based on these AU episodes, but I do have a few things I did want to talk about. One is the scene where Dean goes to see John's grave. I don't like how clearly Dean can picture John in his head. Like, John exists in Dean's mind with like a clarity that I hate. I have that with my parents, but my parents are just normal people.
Yeah, they're not John.
Yeah, the part of my brain that imagines what my parents will say about any given situation never asked me to sacrifice my whole life to go on a suicide mission or kill my brother or anything else that Dean's inner John tells him to do. My brother seems very relieved when he never listens to this podcast.
I think there's a different voice telling you to kill your brother.
My brother is safe. I love him. He's good.
That sounds like a line they fed you. My brother is safe. He's fine. I love him.
I'm also really glad that fake Sam, the voice that I think Dean hears the most clearly in his head, is Sam's. And this fake Sam that only exists in Dean's mind was the person the least encouraging him to stay when he was trying to get out of the Djinn dream. Like, he was against Dean killing himself, which was good. Also, anti-suicide. Very good. Very good for a Sam Winchester. In any universe. But Mary and Carmen and Jess were all trying to talk into staying, and Sam was just kind of like puppy dog eyes but quiet, and I was glad for that. That felt accurate to me.
Yeah, that's what Sam would do in real life.
Dean is the most likely to listen to Sam, even though he misses Mary and he wishes that Jess was alive, and he obviously is starting to enjoy his life with Carmen. Sam's opinion is the one that matters the most to him, and I think that if this Sam was a little bit more vocal, it would have been way harder for him to get out of this.
Well, Sam is a whole person to him, not just a concept.
Exactly.
Like, he hasn't seen Mary since he was a little kid, and he puts her on a pedestal. He met Jess once, and Carmen is a person that was basically made up for this.
Yeah. Soul transactions, there was none, even though this felt like a soul transactions episode. It didn't really happen. Sam's traumatic brain injury, none. He wasn't really here for most of the episode, and that's fine. But while he was here, he didn't get knocked out.
We love that.
Yay! Good for you, Sam. He's on a streak again. He hasn't been knocked out in a hot minute. It's been 6 episodes now that Sam has been conscious for the whole episode.
That's a hot streak.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, we only have 2 episodes of the season left to go. We could go out of this season on a high note. No, we won't be going out of this season on a high note. We already know.
No, I was gonna say, there's stuff coming.
Jordan, what would you rate this episode?
I'd give it a solid 7.5.
Okay, cool. Meredith, how about you?
Yeah, probably like a 7. Like, it's a good episode that's fun to watch, has some interesting possibilities, but I just don't think about it that often.
Okay, cool. I know some people are going to be very devastated by that.
I'm pretty sure people are devastated by most of what I have to say.
Nick, how about you?
I give it a solid 7.5 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10? Interesting.
I mean, it's good, but it's not my absolute favorite of the season.
Abigail's been coming up with a list of like essential episodes to watch, and we talked about this on Jamie's birthday bonus episode of Driver Picks the Podcast, like which episodes from the first 3 seasons are absolutely essential for like plot and stuff, and all 3 of them said this episode, and I was like, well, you don't really need it. And they were like, I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that.
I think it's good for character development,
but it's not plot relevant.
I get why they said it's essential, but it's not one of my favorites.
Like, in terms of special children, it's debatable.
If you're just watching for the overall plot, you don't need this episode.
I think it does what a filler episode is supposed to do. Like, it adds to the characters.
This is very much an episode about Dean and Dean's character and Dean's sacrifices and their sacrifices as a family. Very much about that. And it is good in that way.
I mean, it's one of those episodes that if you want to use it as plot, that's fine. It's not one of the absolute necessaries, I think.
I can see why Eric Kripke wanted to direct this episode. Why, like, out of all of the episodes in the first 5 seasons, this was the one that he wanted.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So let's do line of the week, and let's start with Meredith.
I liked it when Sam was like, "You can't believe we're even related." Like, I feel that.
Yeah, that's true. Nick, how about you?
I like the line. You know, this long could use a moment.
Jordan, how about you?
What are you calling me a bitch for?
That was my second option.
I was just so confused by the whole interaction, and then horrified, and then confused, and then horrified. Mine was Mary's just, you'd think you'd never mowed a lawn in your life, because he hasn't.
Well, I'm surprised he did such a good job.
He did a great job.
He hasn't had any domesticity yet, you know?
He did a great job, even though the lawnmower had no blades on it.
Details.
There's a point where they lift the mower up too high, and you can literally see underneath that it does not have blades.
Oh.
The genie was just like, this is fine, whatever.
We don't need an actual lawnmower. It's fine.
It's like, fine, you want to mow the lawn? Fine, go ahead.
Like, I'm on a budget. I can't do everything in this illusion.
Meredith, where can people find you?
Hell, sometimes. And Instagram, TikTok on occasion, and Tumblr as Shades of Deianira. And if you go there, you'll see lots of really cool drawings of the fantasy novel I'm writing.
Oh, amazing. And Nick, where can people find you?
I'm on TikTok and Instagram, play7.
Nice. And Jordan, how about you?
I am on the TikTok at PsychicChick21, and if you enjoy fan fiction, you can find me on fanfiction.net under the same name.
Nice. Man, fanfiction.net, that's something you don't hear every day.
I still use it. Nobody else does, but I still, I was reading some good ones last night that were psych fan fictions, and I was like, ooh.
I am an AO3 girly. I need that AO3 tagging system to function.
I might have to switch over because I don't get as much readership anymore.
Yeah.
If I get an email alert from fanfiction, someone has favorited your story or commented, I'm like,
That's
so tragic. More of the world needs to be exposed to psych.
I agree.
I forget what I'm supposed to do next. Oh yeah, next week. What are we doing next week? Next week we are covering season 2, episode 21, All Hell Breaks Loose part 1, and Jordan and Meredith will be back. And that'll be our crew for the last 2 episodes of the season.
Cool.
We're gonna record them all at one go, same day, same crew. It'll be fun.
It's gonna be an experience, guys.
I've been KJ, and this has been Supernatural Opinions. If you enjoyed our show, the best thing you can do is subscribe on your podcast app of choice and tell a friend. Check out our link tree in the episode description for all of our social media and any other Supernatural-related projects we might be working on. Send us an email. Our address is supernaturalopinionspodcast@gmail.com, or reach out directly at KJ, at EditKJ on all platforms. Thank you to Joe Veretta for our theme song, and our logo was created by Faith Ebert of faithanddesigns.ca. The episode was recorded, edited, and produced by me, Ed and KJ. If you want to hear more from me, you can check out my other podcast, Series of Opinions. And last but not least, a huge thank you to all of our guests.
Some things in this world are supernatural. What we need is a savior.